I'm Mateo with Command Access. Today we're going to be installing the groundbreaking, first of its kind, LPC190 latch retraction in a cylindrical lock. But first, as you can see here, we're going to need to prep this door. So this is only my 6th door that we're prepping here. So hopefully this time we're going to get it right for you. We're going to prep the 161 prep, and we're going to show you how to drill the raceway for the power so we can get this bad boy fired up. All of our jigs were supplied by Major Manufacturing. So we got the HIT 49, the HIT 111 for your 161 prep, and then the jig to drill our raceway is also supplied by Major. So you can find those links in the description below. So let's dive into it. Make sure to read the instructions like we learned on our 3rd door. Don't use a paddle bit or an auger bit. You need to purchase the hole saw to make sure that it works properly with the Major jigs. So now I'm drilling the 1-inch hole for the latch bolt. By the way, don't forget your safety glasses. Now we're just tightening up the HIT 111 so that we can drill our 3-bolt holes. Great, so now we're to the fun part. We're going to drill the raceway. So I'm using the HIT HIT 60 here, and it comes with 2 different size drill bits, so one to start the hole and one to finish. So first, you can install it. Tighten it onto the door. We know Command Access hinges are center to center prep, so I got it right on the center here on the non-load bearing hinge. And this top hole is just to dial in your angle. So I can see now that I'm off. So I'm going to loosen these slightly. And this is going to allow me to adjust the angle to make sure I'm coming into the right spot here. That looks dead center. So I'm going to tighten right here, remove this. Now this bottom hole is where we're actually going to be doing the drilling. So looking at the instructions, now we're going to have to go back 3 9/16 with a 3/4 inch hole connected to the raceway to fit our module. So I'm just going to come back to about right here. So we don't have the actual tools to fish this through, so we just rig something up, putting our power lead in the grooves of the drill bit, the 4-foot drill bit, and a little tape. So let's see how it works. Hey, look at that. Not bad for winging it. Last thing, and why it's important to read the instructions, is we need to make a small little hole for where our wire exit is from the chassis. So I'm just using a little circular file here, straight on the back. Yep, that looks good. The only thing left to do now, the last piece of the puzzle, if you have one of these in your back of your pocket, which I happen to have, is install your Command Access ETH 4WH. So you have that 18 gauge there for power, or 20 gauge. Let's jump to it. Just feeding our 4-foot lead on our ETH 4WH through the raceway. It's nice with the 18 gauge. And it makes it a little easier to push through. So just make sure when you're plugging in this connector that you hear a little snap and give a little tug on there. That way, when you're pushing everything back in, it doesn't pop out. We learned that the hard way a few times. So I'm going to wrap the module. You could tape all this together if you wanted. And I'm going to put it back into the pocket all together. So next we got to install the latch bolt, and the latch bolt has a small screw which is going to connect to the interior chassis, which is where all the LPC magic happens. So I'm going to push out the latch bolt, slide it in. You can see that bracket it's supposed to screw right into. And there we go. You can see that bracket right underneath. Now I'm going to put the anti-rotation plates back on the inside and tighten it. All right, friends, we've reached the final stage of this installation. So I got my field tester hooked up to my hinge, and I can move my hinge as I cycle, open and close it, and check out that latch retraction. So full latch retraction, smooth, fast, quiet, holds in, outside lever always rigid, inside lever always free egress. All right, friends, it's been a journey that I've enjoyed taking you through from start to finish, the installation of the LPC190 latch retraction cylindrical lock. I hope you've learned a few pointers and tips and from the bumps on my head. And if you have any feedback for us on how we could improve, please feel free to reach out to the team, and make sure to follow us on whatever social media platform you're on, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, as we produce more content like this. And let us know if there's some content you'd like to see from Command Access. We're always open for feedback, and remember, we're always here to help.